Alright, so here's the plan for next wipe. This is Fall Folks. This is a obstacle course that's meant to be run by multiple people at the same time. And the way it's going to work is everyone starts in a starting room. We run through the obstacles. If you make it through checkpoints, you'll go back to the checkpoint if you fall off. Um, if you die, you'll be eliminated, and the last person each round will be eliminated. But I'll go through everything in a moment. I'm just kind of giving a once-over really quickly. So just to show how it's going to work, in terms of building, this is stage one right here, all the stuff that's in purple, and then this is stage two, all the stuff that's in light blue. So stage one will be what I build in week one, and then I'll be adding stage two after that. So the way it's going to work is everyone's going to start in the starting area right here. They can have as many people as we want starting. If you've ever seen the game Fall Guys, it's like a whole bunch of people platforming and running through obstacles at the same time in almost like a game show battle royale format. So you all start in here, doors open up, and you run for this first obstacle. You can either crouch and go underneath the stairs and come up this side, or you can try and go for the jump, and if you make it, you'll get like a little bit of a skip there. And you go up the stairs and end up on this platform up here. The second obstacle is going to be two jumps. The first is going to be onto this triangle platform, and then the second onto this square platform. The second one's a little bit further because the triangle doesn't extend. You can see right here it doesn't extend all the way to the square length, so it's a little bit shorter. So that is a little bit longer, as well as the fact that because everyone's running this at the same time, they're all going to be fighting for that tip right there, because that's the only place that you can actually make the jump from. If you do fall though at any point, you can climb up this rope ladder and that will keep you in play. But obviously it's fastest to just do two quick jumps up there. Next, once you get here, you're going to have the rope ladder jump all the way across. So you're going to climb up onto the rope ladder and jump your way across to each one. It's kind of difficult to do. I'm going to post a video of how it works in Rust. If at any point you fall off, you just come back to the first rung and climb up from the rope ladder and go from there. There's also cages up top so that you can't run along the tops there. And once you make it here, that is three obstacles. We have the spiral staircase, the double jump, and then the rope ladder jumps. Next we have the go down. So there's going to be signs here that say go down. And you'll be able to kind of pick two different ways of going down. So I'm going to zoom out from this angle here so you can kind of see them. The easy way is just to drop down onto this triangle platform and run through that door. That's the easy route. The slightly harder one is you drop down here, or maybe come over here and crouch into here, depending on how many people are upstairs. And you go through this triangle foundation, or sorry, triangle wall frame, and then down and over a tiny wall in there into the second area here. So that's the go down obstacle. There's an easy and a harder route, but that works out in your, depending on which route you choose, will make this next part a little bit different. So if you took the easy route last time, this part will be harder. So this is um, the four steps. So this is first step will be a half wall jump. Second one is jump through a window. Third one is jump through a second window, and finally through over a low wall to get to the end. On the other side, if you took the hard route over here and got through this door, then you only have to jump a small wall right here, one window, and then up a half wall, and then up another small wall. So it's one less window to go through, and it's a slightly easier process to get through. Um, there are some points when you can jump up on top and cross over. It is possible, for instance, to jump up on this half wall over here and then jump back to the other side. So if you wanted to do that as like a shortcut, you can try that out and see if it's faster or not. And then over here, obviously, you can get up there, but then this will stop you from moving any further. Once you get to here, you'll run through this door, which will be open, and press the button. At, for week one, this is the end of the course. And what happens when you press that button is this door will close for 5 seconds, keeping everyone else behind you from finishing the course. So remember, it's the last person who finishes will be eliminated. So that means that if, say, there's 5 people in a race, 2 make it through this door before the button's pressed, then it's closed. Then if there's a third person who is like waiting right here, then they gotta wait for 5 seconds, leaving the other people an opportunity to catch up, and then they'll have to fight their way through the door to be the first 2 people to press the button, and then the 5th person will be eliminated. Um, so make sure to try and make it through the door before someone presses that button, so you're not kind of held back there for a little bit at the end. So that'll be the end of week one. Um, If you are spectating, you'll be spectating from inside one of these two towers. They got a pretty good view of the entire course, depending on which one you're in. You can always switch between them, so you can see everything there. And that'll be stage 1. Stage 2, sometimes it'll be run as a full course, but sometimes it'll be run as kind of two separate ones here, where this one will be the start of the next one. But I'm going to see how it works. Sometimes we might have it where we do the entire course at once, where someone runs through the entire thing, and then just kind of goes along. So we had 5, I'll go back and do the checkpoints and explain those at the end, but we had 5 obstacles here. We had the spiral stair climb, the double jump, the rope ladder jumps, the go down, the 4 steps, and then you come through the door here. So this is, that was 5 obstacles. Next, the 6th one right here is the floor is lava. So you have to run across these concrete barriers and platforms, and if you fall out, you will take a lot of damage. If you die at any point during this process, you'll be eliminated, so you have to be very careful here. Next, you go up this little rope ladder here, and you have the balance beam. So the balance beam is pretty straightforward, but if you fall off, you have to come back up and climb up here. So make sure to try not to fall off. But you go across this balance beam, and again, there's going to be other players trying to do this at the same time as you. Jump to this roof, and then jump up to that ladder. If you miss it and you fall down, you have to go back up and climb. So once you make it up here, so now we've got number 6, which was the floor is lava. Number 7 is the balance beam. This is number 8, which is the sign jump. So these signs are going to be kind of at lowering levels, and you'll be able to platform across them and make it so that you get to this platform. If at any point you fall, I'm going to kind of zoom down here, then you'll have to jump through a window for every single sign that you miss. So if you fall on the first jump and land up here, you'll have to jump through 3 different windows. If you don't, then you'll make it all the way to the top here. Then we get to the 9th obstacle, which is the second go down. This is just a straightforward one where you can either drop down there and take the ladders down, or you can jump down this way and then get down into this area for right here. And then this is the 10th obstacle, which is the switch puzzle. So I'm going to have a puzzle right here with various switches. I have buttons in because that's what Fortify has, but various switches around inside each of these doors, and combinations will open all the different doors using and switches or either or switches. The goal is to get all the switches so that these 2 doors open. So say these ones are usually closed, you'll need to get one of these doors and then the winner door open. Keep in mind other players might be doing this at the same time, pressing buttons, so you'll have a lot of chaos trying to figure out who's pressing what buttons. It might work well to like work together at some points, it's up to you. And then first person to get in, press the button, will be the winner. That will close the door, they can sit in the winner's chair, and it will also light the fireworks so that everyone around will know that they are the ultimate champion. If we are doing elimination rounds, then it'll be all people who make it through and press the button. But the first one will be the one that gets to sit in the winner chair with fireworks. So that's Fall Folks. In the second week, we're going to have these 2 other observation decks where you'll be able to watch all the action over here and over here. And yeah, so that's what it's going to look like in terms of the resource count. Let me just see here. It's going to take about 50,000 wood. I'm probably going to do some in stone actually, kind of mix it up a little bit to fit more upkeep. But this is going to be 2 separate structures, so there'll be 2 different TCs here. 6,000 metal, 60 high qual, and then 19 rope for all this rope ladder and stuff. Also 7 gears for the shop, the 2 garage doors, and then we'll have some drop boxes there as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's and then the upkeep, sorry, is 5,000 wood and 500 metal. So that's pretty much it. This is Fall Folks. Got 10 obstacles. In terms of how the checkpoint system is going to work, there are going to be 6 checkpoints, 3 in the first round and 3 in the second. And the way the checkpoints work is if at any point you fall off of the foundation, so if you first say fall off right here, you have to go back to the last checkpoint, which is the last sign. You have to go around the sign, hop up back on, and then pick up again where you left off, which will be where the mailbox is. If you, for instance, so you can see there's a checkpoint right here. If you are over here and you fall off before passing that sign, so if you run and jump off that edge and end up over here, you have to go back to the last checkpoint. So that means going around, I don't have a sign on this side, but I will later, going around this sign, going back up this ladder, and doing this whole thing again. So that's what the checkpoints are. There's 3 checkpoints. If you hit a checkpoint, then you come back to where the mailbox is. You can see the mailbox there. So there's 3 checkpoints for this first part. There's one right at the start, one right before the ladder jumps, and then one over here before this 4-step. And then over here for the checkpoints, we got one right at the start here of the lava jump. If you make it through the lava jump, then you hit another checkpoint. You can see there's a mailbox up here, so that's one right before the balance beam, and you have to make it through the balance beam and the sign jump to the final checkpoint, which is right here, and that's the mailbox where you'll start from. So that's the way the checkpoint system works. That's all the rules. Check my other video for what it looks like in Rust, because I did a little sample of the first couple obstacles. And if you have any ideas, let me know. That's going to be Fall Folks in September 2020. I'm excited.